Okay, here we are back in Infinite Crisis, and this time we are taking Atomic Green Lantern into the Coast City jungle. And this is going pretty fast, so we can just move into your intro.
If they don't get the joke, they'll still get the punchline.
Criminals beware. It's not over yet!
And I should mention that this is being recorded during the Halloween event, so that's why I'm using the skin. I think that's his only one, which actually isn't too bad. Anyway, as for the Atomic Green Lantern, I believe this time in Coast City I'm the only jungler on the team. So, as you can tell by the timer being longer than normal, we are going to have some issues with the gas bat on our side, which we'll cross as we come to.
In 10 seconds.
As for this, let's go over how the Green Lantern works. Your passive is Radiation Sickness. Whenever you deal damage with an auto attack, an ability... Yeah, I think all abilities count. Yeah, right there I have the mouse over it. You will inflict a stack. When you get to 4 stacks, the enemy will take damage over time, scaling off will and health. You can pause to read these. Q is grab, short range linear skill shot. It works like Blitzcrank's pull. Basically, you grab the enemy, you pull them in towards you so that they're point blank, they'll get a stack of your passive, and you can just start beating on them. Your W is an AoE type move. It has 2 stages to it. The first one is the initial slam, and then there's a follow-up burst on a short delay afterwards. That's what I'm using right here. You see it does 2 hits, so that applies 2 stacks to your passive, and really it has a short cooldown, which is why I like starting with that in the jungle. The next move I like to pick up is your E, which is a defensive type move. What it does, right here you can see that a jungle camp was cleared, which kind of warns you that I'm not alone over here. I have someone trying to counter jungle. And one thing I can tell you about the matchups at hand is Flash is actually like the single best character to pick into an Atomic Green Lantern. Now right here my team is not paying attention, because if they were, this is an easy double kill. They're behind our turret with the amount of mobility Nightmare Robin and the Gas Bat have. Chasing them down and killing them should have been a piece of cake. But the drawback of playing with randoms, I guess. Anyway, your E is a defensive move. It applies a shield on you, and it also slows all enemies who have any stacks to your passive. It gives the ones that do an additional stack. Right here, I wasn't sure if that meant that they're coming up soon or what. I don't really know how to... Well, I don't know the timers for this. So I wanted to wait around for a moment to see if I could figure out what's going on, and I eventually opt to just move on. This is my first game on Coast City, so I don't know quite what all works like what. But right here I'm returning the favor onto Batman. Due to the passive EXP gain, I was able to hit level 3. I took the pull. I didn't know if he was going to chase me or what, but right here I'm just trying to harass him. I ended up pulling the camp, and I have Consume. He doesn't, so killing this is a piece of cake for me if I time it correctly. And right there I just have to apply my sickness. I got to... Okay, here's our skirmish. So we fought over the health pickup. Sadly I used the pull already. My passive's already gone off on him, so I can't apply the slow, the extra damage over time, and he manages to limp off. Anyway, your ult is Meltdown. The best analogy for this is that it's kind of like Malzahar's Malefic Visions. You apply a damage over time debuff on the enemy where it ticks a total of 6 times. Each tick will apply a stack of your passive, and if the target dies, or if they reach full stacks of Radiation Sickness, your passive will spread to a nearby target. The sad part is, unlike Malefic Visions, it actually does not refresh. So there are 6 ticks regardless. If the enemy eats all 4 stacks to apply the Radiation Sickness, that means there will only be 2 stacks left to the next enemy. So whether or not that's good or bad, it's up to you. I'm not really a fan of it, sadly. Anyway, there is a ton of Green Lantern's damage packed into his passive, which is why it's so important to use it. It applies CC to help you with just securing kills, your ganks, etc. And the best part is it scales off of health, so you have some incentive to be the team's tank. Right here we have a visit from the Flash, who's just a pain in the ass. As for this, the jungle creep is still trying to attack him, which meant he was still there. Luckily, Harley was paying attention this time, so we were able to actually skirmish with him and the Bat and actually come out ahead, because two of them have to go back for just me. Anyway, right here I'm going to upgrade the jungle item a little bit, because more health means more damage off your passive, of course, and right here I don't quite know what to build on him. I want to be the team's tank, because we don't really have another good candidate for it. And I think I opt to buy an item as I go, or... If you couldn't tell, I am recording this post-commentary. Right here we're going for the power relay. What happened is my microphone that I normally use to record finally gave out, so I recorded a pair of games without commentary with the premise of going ahead and just applying post-commentary to them. So this is my new microphone. I'm kind of hoping everything sounds correctly, and well, if not, we'll have to tune it for the following videos. Anyway, with the power relay and secure, that means additional gold for my teammates, I believe. I still haven't actually looked it up to see what all you get. But pretty much the enemy's mistake here is that they're actually trying to severely counter-jungle me. If there were actually two junglers, it would actually make an impact, but with just me, it's actually setting them further and further behind. But the problem we're going to have is with the Gaslight Batman at the moment. And well, we're getting to that point. Anyway, I hit level 6 so I can unlock Meltdown. I didn't grab the health mana regen item because I didn't really need it at the moment. I wanted to keep moving, keep stacking EXP, get gold, don't fall behind, and ultimately find something to build with the gold I have on hand. As for this, I don't believe there are any buff camps to be had. There aren't any icons to suggest that there are any. When you look around, you don't really see anything. And all in all, I'm still trying to get a feel for this map. I'll still give you guys something to watch in case I can't record anything on Gotham Divided.
Back to base. Assist you.
So right here I get the call for help, which I'm not really in any rush to apply because if they weren't really paying attention, I don't really trust them to really do much. As for the arrow, he went ahead and attacked me. I got to pull him in, and really my goal was to get some radiation sickness on him. And right there, oh, okay, I thought the meltdown would pass right there, but there are 3 enemies here, and really I'm not getting much for reinforcements, and Gasbat is going to stop coming up here entirely. Now, to be blunt, it's a horrible, horrible idea to leave a melee in lane where he's going to be eating a ton of ranged poke. Be it the Batman Batarangs, the arrows spam, anything from Shazam.
Stay away from me.
He hasn't quite left yet, but that's going to be the problem with Robin. As a result, I have to spend more time top instead of ganking. And what really makes this a problem is Gasbat has no CC, he has nothing to help with his ganking. He's a laner to be pure and simple. And by abandoning the lane, he just ends up setting us back. It does help put the enemy back into the game, sadly, but all in all, you'll see how we play through. So my goal, of course, is still to go ahead and get through the jungle, get some credits, get items, because the Atomic Green Lantern is actually a tanky monster late game. If you have the defensive stats, the power armor, and the attack armor, basically the shield, your E is like artificial hit points. Push E for a temporary health boost. And the way you get a better health boost, of course, is to have defensive stats to go with it, be it armor or Crud, I even said it a second ago. Okay, I forgot what it is. The equivalent of magic resist in this game, but by stacking those, that means the health you get off of your E is actually all the more effective. So right here is where the Gas Bat is going to completely give up on the top lane for one reason or another, when really he should have been doing pretty well. Right here I ate a Thermite Arrow. I'm trying to back away from Robin, but he decides, hey, there's a bomb on the lantern. Let's go hug him. Gotta pull on the lantern, but Robin wasn't in position or a good enough shot to take advantage of it, and here's where I just decide I can't do anything with Robin. I'm out of here. So the power relays are back up. I need to go secure ours, and I'm not going to be getting much help, sadly. So by taking this, it prevents the enemy from getting two, and this game is going to go long enough for the third relay to come to life and start doing stuff. So I did actually get some help from Harley, which is actually kind of bad since she's the bot lane. She had to travel that much further in order to help me get this compared to the Gas Bat or the Nightmare Robin that should have been top. And since Nightmare Robin was alone, you get to see the Guardian here. I'm not really in a position to fight him, so I just take off. But you don't want to leave the enemy alone in the lane because it just gives them free farm, which is once again how the Gas Bat moving kind of screws over. I guess a tri-lane is possible here, it's just far, far from ideal. Unlike League of Legends and Dota and games like that, the way the support system works here is actually much better than those games, I'd say. For two people in the same lane, regardless of who gets the last hit, the gold is split. So by doing a tri-lane, that means that the gold is going to be split that much further between our carries and the Harley support. Meanwhile, the Nightmare Robin is top lane. He would have the potential to actually get solo gold and stuff, if not for the fact that he's going to be eating a ton of ranged harass, so he has to play safe, and as a result, he can't actually take full advantage of the solo lane.
Fight through the pain.
Anyway, I'm going into the top jungle to show this off. You can see that's not really different from any of the creep you'll find in the middle of the map. All in all, this is just an extra area for the junglers in case you want to use two. If you have one, you probably don't need to come over here. Still looking around to see what all is here, if there's something hidden that I can take advantage of, but all in all, it's still nothing special. And the bad part is I can't even help Nightmare Robin too much because I'm full melee. The only thing I have that has some range to it is my pull and my Meltdown. Neither of which are really that good to use for laning, I'd say.
Enemy defeated.
So Harley got the kill on Stargirl, and Stargirl's using her classic skin there. All in all, I don't really know what it's supposed to be a reference to. Here I didn't know if I could stop this or not, so I went ahead and attacked Flash. You can see that I have really no trouble beating him down, but the problem is I can't secure the kill. Due to his dash, he's really good at getting away from your pull. If you're wondering, his dash distance is much better than your pull, sadly, so they can't even make that easy for you. So top is under attack, the power relay is about to go neutral, and we're still waiting on the Gas Bat to do something. Stuff like that makes me wonder how they're actually going to be doing the ranked play here. If there's going to be a level minimum or what, but I've even seen some higher level players do some weird crap that I normally don't even see in League or Dota, so all in all, I really am curious. Got to land the pull on Shazam. I went ahead and just blew everything on him to get my Meltdown, or not my Meltdown, my Radiation Sickness going. Joker goes ahead and secures the kill, which is good because he's the carry. I'm going to be more of a tank, initiator type character. So kills aren't as important for me, especially compared to Joker, where he can run away from the game almost laughing the entire way if he gets fed. As for this, I took a look at my will meter and I'm kinda low, so I opt to just turn around and burn the last of my will in the jungle instead of going into the enemy territory, potentially overextending and getting myself killed because I can't defend myself. Further complicate things, of course, I don't actually have all of my cooldowns, so enemy territory is not a good place to be just yet. There's Flash. He's going for our power relay, and unfortunately for him, I snuck up behind him. So Nightmare Robin secures that with my assistance. You can see our surveillance drone deployed to provide vision of the surrounding area.
New power relay.
Still kinda low on will, but I'm not that bad. Kinda hoping that I could catch Flash while he wasn't really expecting it. You can see that someone is on their relay, but there were two of them, so even though I managed to pull the arrow, I can't really do much to take advantage of it. Right there you can see the shield in effect. That's going to slow whoever has any stacks of radiation sickness. And right here I saw the Robin on the minimap coming, so I wanted to try to keep them here as long as possible. And finally the Gas Bat makes his return. Sadly, I am out of will here, so I can't land a pull on Flash, but you can see from his dash coming up that I wouldn't have landed it anyway.
Leaving the fight.
So, with half health and no mana, it's time I actually do go back. I want the Kryptonian War Armor for the health it gives, the other stats. Power Armor, that's what it's called. But once again, just getting the power armor and the attack armor means your shield is all the more effective. Then the additional health, of course, more radiation sickness damage.
Our bottom turret is under attack.
As for the bot lane, I don't really remember how Stargirl works at the moment. Anyway, so I'm not gonna bother just trying to stall. It didn't really work out well last time. So Flash loses a ton of health to Nightmare Robin, trying to get in position in case someone's making a play for him, if someone's trying to counter jungle. We don't really have full vision on their team, and we don't know when one of them's going to be getting a stupid idea. So in retrospect, I probably should have actually feasted on the hot dog there to open up the passageway, but not really a big deal. I can go ahead and kill some creep, get some extra credits, get some extra EXP. And as long as I can start stacking up, or ranking up my Meltdown, I can get more radiation sickness and just be an all-around nastier guy. And one of the things I need to look into before I play the next game is trying to figure out the quick way to skill up my passive. Right there you can see the power relay bonuses. You will have to pause it sadly, but even I could barely read that, so...
The enemy is there.
And you can see right here why Flash is such a pain in the ass to catch, even for Nightmare Robin, who most people consider to be one of the most broken characters in the game. Right there's the Flash ult. It doesn't really do enough damage to scare me. Right there you get to see him outrun my pull.
Don't bother,
He goes and burns his speed. I think Nightmare Robin also has super speed. I decided to try to sneak up on the arrow from behind to help the Gas Bat. I don't remember if I actually got him or not. I landed the pull, so yeah, he's dead. Went ahead and burned my ult to even further secure it, and boom, there was an arrow.
Was it something I said, Hal?
As for the power relay, I didn't know if someone would be guarding it, if I could pick off the drone or what. If you didn't watch the Atomic Wonder Woman game already, you get 50 gold for killing the surveillance drone deployed by the power relay, so there is some incentive to hunting the damn thing down. It's just since it's mobile, it's not always easy to find. As for right here, I'm trying to proxy a bit to try to get my teammates to move up and realize, hey, Flash has 1/3 of his health. The lantern is in position there, maybe we should move forward and do something. Oh, once again, Joy's a solo queue, so right here I have to tank all 3 of them before my teammates realize, hey, we can kill these guys. And if we had actually moved while the lantern still had some health, we really could have done a number on them. But still, I tanked enough to actually get us all 3, so we come out ahead. It's just, they chose the absolute worst way to go about doing that.
Enemy power relay unlocked.
let's see, Flash. I don't really know what the hell he's doing. I'm looking at his items and...
If I must.
yeah, I'm not even gonna try to make sense of it, guys. So right here I'm actually looking at the Marauder Shield to figure out if there's any reason why I want to upgrade that all the way this game.
Going.
Eventually you will want to sell it for a different item, so I'm trying to figure out, do I get some sort of bonus for getting to the 4th rank, or is the 3rd one good enough to where I can just play on with that, save my gold, put it towards something that can actually further help me later on. You can see our surveillance drone right there since we took the other power relay. And I think wasn't paying attention to see if we have all 3, but that time I managed to catch the Flash. As a result, he dies finally. Pretty sure you guys were hoping I'd catch him sooner or later.
Fight through the pain.
So, the game is winding down, sadly. Right there you could read the bonuses.
I will return. Back to base.
And right here we're just kind of looking for objectives and kills to be found. Harley goes ahead and engages, Shazam makes his move, I try to pull him but I missed. And Stargirl did kill Harley. Batman tries to play the hero and rescue Stargirl. Joker goes ahead and kills her anyway, and sadly for Batman, Nightmare Robin was cutting him off and he ends up dying to me.
If I must.
Shazam is still alive and well, but I'm trying to fix both of those parts, the alive and the well. He goes ahead and goes on me. I have managed to get the radiation sickness going on him. Does get the slow going, but I couldn't kill him, but luckily Gasbat was able to pick up the slack. Right here I need to kill them before I die. You can see Arrow goes down giving him the double kill, and right here I'm just picking up some loose gold. And he managed to kill Flash as he went. Annihilation is the equivalent of Ace from League of Legends in this game if you're not too familiar. And you can see that we are starting to pretty much run away with the game. And we didn't even have to abuse how broken Nightmare Robin is these days.
We have taken the Doomsday
So
Cloud.
I went ahead and picked up the whole Kryptonian war armor. Not really a fan of the nil cloak unless you're on something like Gaslight Joker, but even then a lot of characters are better off with something else. So according to my clock, there's only a couple minutes left. I don't remember if I get to pick off anyone else, but you got to see the Green Lantern, and I want to use him in Gotham Divided, so that may be who you see in the upcoming game or two. For those of you that are wondering what he's like, this is just a small taste of what's to come. And you can see that my team just took down, what was that, 3 of them? 4.
The enemy's bombardment.
Top turret goes down, and they are throwing in the towel.
Annihilate.
And there goes the last guy. So the Nexus works a little differently here. The power core, if you want to think about it, it has a tower built into it, so by pulling Flash, I managed to pull the aggro. Sadly, it doesn't do enough damage to matter. I probably should have just sat there and ate the damage, but once again, I wasn't actually sure what it was like, so I wanted to play it safe. Anyway, you can see some of the stats. I forgot to go to the other page, so you can't see how much damage I took exactly, but probably most on my team easily. So those are the numbers you can see, various things, yada yada yada. I'm the Hero of Light, thanks for watching, and goodbye.